Last week we debuted the Judge Charlie segment to great success. Had a lot of fun.
It really was. It was a lot of fun behind the scenes. It was a lot of fun to film and shoot and all put together, and it seems like people were really enjoying Judge Charlie.
And we already have had a new submission come in. We're going to get to that either later this week or next week. We haven't determined it just yet. But here's the thing about the Judge Charlie rulings. While they are final, they are binding, it's not that we don't care what our friends at home have to say. So we did put the exact comment up for everybody to vote on. I was a little surprised by the outcome.
There was a little bit of outrage this morning at the CoastLife desks. We were like, what?
By a slim margin, 14-11, the majority of the people that voted in our poll said they would prefer calling it plain, not cheese pizza. Now again, as I've already adjudicated, that's wrong.
I agree with you, and I guess this has to be coming from our friends who are from New Jersey. Like, they have to be the ones driving this, because that's who said I call it plain, right?
Yeah.
That's a Jersey thing.
And we got plenty of Jersey folks down this way.
We do have plenty of Jersey folks, and you're bringing your plain pizza attitude.
And we appreciate everything except for your view on the name of cheese pizza.
We even had poor Kendall downstairs was trying to rehearse. She was like, do I say plain on the phone? Can I get a large cheese?
She had to think about it. She had to run herself through like a little if I pick up the phone, what is it that I say?
Never in my life have I ordered a plain pizza out loud. I mean, I guess when you're a kid, maybe
I've
you
never
say
ordered a plain pizza out loud, and remember, I have lived in 9 different states. I've got a pretty good subsect of America to pull from. So
pretty wild. But like we said, you can always submit your little disputes, your friendly,
send them in,
lighthearted disputes to us, team@coastlife.com, and Judge Charlie will settle the disagreement that you may be having.
We will adjudicate. We will slam the gavel, and we will hand out penalties and everything.
But earlier in the show, we were talking about how 2016 is hot again. Everybody is posting photos and videos from 10 years ago, but that's not the only sort of old school thing making a comeback. Apparently, handwritten letters and old school communication tools are making a revival. Instead of firing off texts and tapping out emails, more and more people are picking up pens, sealing envelopes, and seeking deeper connection the way that generations before us did. I actually made writing more letters part of my New Year's resolutions. Haven't done it yet, but it's still just January. For one individual, Melissa Bobbitt, that shift isn't just nostalgic, it's personal. From her home in California, she corresponds with a dozen or more pen pals, comparing handwritten notes to heartfelt conversations with friends and describing the exchange as almost therapeutic. Young people are joining in too. In Chicago, there's a student, Stefania Kontantinopoulos, realized that she wasn't fully present even when she was with her friends. Everybody was buried in their phones. So she started writing postcards and scrapbooking memories, turning trips to the post office into moments of real connection with family and strangers alike. I love this. Across the U.S. and beyond, writing letters is a break from distraction, a way to slow down and connect more deeply with others in an age of constant digital noise. What are your thoughts?
I have a couple different thoughts about this. Number one, I think the idea of writing letters is a great idea. I think it's fantastic. It makes it tactile. You bring it back. You have something you get in the mail. It feels more personal than just a text or, a post on Facebook or something. So from that standpoint, I really like it. Where I have the issue and where it is just my issue.
Sure.
I'm definitely typing out this letter. My handwriting is atrocious, and I am absolutely not going to send somebody a letter with that chicken scratching all over it. So I am going to type out my letters to somebody, and then I will affix a signature at the bottom.
I think I got this lovely letter from Charlie, but I really can't make out a single word it says.
What disturbed child sent me this? Was a crow involved?
I don't think you're the only one that feels that way. I've seen a lot of bad handwriting in my day. But I do think it is really nice. It causes you to slow down a little bit. I do think I would like to handwrite my letters, but I do also know that I tend to my brain is working faster than my hand, and I'll just skip over words sometimes, and I'm like, ooh. So you got to do a little cross out or a little arrow. It's of. To work that back in.
Get a little whiteout.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I bought whiteout. I think that was.
Or little whiteout strips that you.
For the youth out there, whiteout was an old tool that you could use to, when you would write something down that was permanent, you could then white it out and rewrite over
Erase
it.
your ink. But I was trying to think of more occasions for which I should fire up a letter or writing, and I'm now putting some pieces together. I've got friends that their baby just turned 1 the other day, so I'm like, maybe I'll send them a little gift and a little letter.
You know what though? While occasions are great,
Yeah.
I think just writing a letter to some of the people in your life is a good idea. You know, anybody, you see something that made you think of somebody, write them a letter. You just never know how much time you have with the people that you care about.
That is true.
In this world, and it's always a good idea to let people who really mean something to you. You know, maybe it's an old teacher, maybe
Yeah.
it's somebody that has been a friend of yours for 30 years, whoever it might be. But I think that those sort of things really make an impact.
I agree with you 100%. So maybe you can join the movement, if you will. You can send somebody a handwritten note, and maybe it'll brighten up their day a little bit. I'm sure it would brighten up mine if I received a handwritten letter from one of my friends. But we do have some more Coast Life to get to. The other day was National Popcorn Day. We want your poppin' opinions when we get back.